How many times have you longed for change, only to find yourself right back where you started? Wanted to begin a new chapter, but felt pulled back by old memories, old habits, and old scars? The reason your life feels stagnant isn't because you haven't tried hard enough. It's because you keep carrying things that should have been let go long ago. There's a saying, you can't step into tomorrow if you're still carrying the burdens of yesterday. And then there's a story, simple yet powerful enough to stir your heart, if you truly listen. So, take a moment, brew yourself a cup of tea, and open your heart to the art of letting go, told through the story of an old monk and a young disciple burdened by attachment. Because sometimes what you need most isn't another piece of advice, but a quiet nod from your soul whispering, it's time to put it down. Now, sip your tea and enjoy this timeless tale about the art of letting go. When they reached the riverbank, a young woman needed help crossing. Without hesitation, the old monk carried her across the river. After thanking him, the woman went on her way. Meanwhile, the young novice was deeply troubled. How could Master carry a woman like that? He kept wondering, but he didn't dare ask. They walked on, mile after mile. 20 miles passed. Finally, the young monk couldn't hold it in any longer and asked, "Master, we're monks. How could you carry a woman across the river?" The old monk replied calmly, "I carried her across the river and put her down a long time ago. But you've been carrying her in your mind for 20 miles now. Why haven't you let her go yet?" The Master's response holds a timeless truth that we would all do well to remember. It's the lesson of letting go, not just physically, but in the mind and heart. Life won't always go the way we want, but knowing when to hold on and when to release is what brings peace to our inner world. And from that peace, we can create so many beautiful things, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. Learning to forget is one of the most powerful ways to regain emotional balance and face life with calmness and clarity. The willingness to let go is a form of inner balance. It requires sincerity and the courage to face reality without clinging. There's a wise saying, holding on to anger is like punishing yourself for someone else's mistake. If you keep holding on to others' flaws and never let them go, the one who suffers most is you. That's why, to live joyfully and peacefully, we must stop digging up old mistakes, ours or others. Many people love this poetic verse. Spring brings lilies, autumn the moon, summer the breeze, winter the snow. A heart free from worry is the true season of beauty. So, remember what's worth remembering. Forget what needs to be forgotten. Live with openness, let your heart be unburdened, and you'll find this life to be a truly beautiful journey. The story of the old monk and the young novice is a vivid illustration of two contrasting mental states, attachment and letting go. The young novice was trapped in his own thoughts. He couldn't release the image of the old monk carrying the woman across the river. His thoughts took control of his emotions and actions, weighing down the rest of his journey. In contrast, the old monk demonstrated inner freedom. He helped someone in need without becoming entangled in the act, and he didn't let the moment linger in his mind. This story reflects how we, as humans, respond to events in life, and it points to two main approaches: becoming stuck in attachment, letting thoughts and judgments dominate us; cultivating mindful detachment, moving on with peace and clarity. Let's explore these two perspectives more deeply. In Buddhism, there's a fundamental concept known as non-attachment, a state of not clinging to any object, thought, or experience. When someone is attached, they hold on to negative emotions and thoughts for too long, which creates mental suffering. But when a person practices non-attachment, they are able to face any situation without allowing it to disturb their inner peace. The old monk helped the woman cross the river and let go of the moment as soon as the act was done. He didn't carry any emotional baggage. The young novice, on the other hand, never physically touched the woman, but he carried her for 20 miles in his mind, caught in endless questioning and discomfort. This is the essence of mental attachment, a state that leads to self-inflicted suffering. Often the issue doesn't lie in what happened, but in how we respond to it. If we keep replaying the same thought from the past, we're the ones exhausting ourselves. In modern psychology, especially in acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, there's a concept known as cognitive fusion. This refers to a mental state where a person becomes completely entangled with their thoughts, unable to distinguish between thought and reality. When someone is in this state, they believe their thoughts are absolute truths, which often leads to anxiety, suffering, and emotional attachment. The young monk experienced cognitive fusion by clinging to the belief that a monastic should never carry a woman. Because of this rigid belief, he became obsessed with the event throughout their long journey. In contrast, the old monk demonstrated cognitive diffusion. He recognized that helping someone in need did not violate his principles or spiritual ethics. With this clarity, he was able to help and let go with ease. The key takeaway? You are not your thoughts. Learn to observe your thoughts rather than letting them control your emotions and decisions. Why is it often so hard for people to let go of something? Psychology offers 3 main explanations. 1. The Zeigarnik effect. The brain remembers what's unfinished. Our brains are wired to hold on to unfinished tasks more than those we've completed. That's why unresolved situations or emotional wounds tend to haunt us. Just like the young monk who couldn't stop thinking about his master's action because he hadn't come to terms with it, his mind kept looping the incident over and over again. 2. Obsessive thinking. The trap of overanalysis. When something significant happens, the mind naturally wants to make sense of it. However, we often cross the line into overthinking, exhausting ourselves with analysis that goes nowhere. The young monk was so obsessed with the situation that he drained his own energy simply by holding on to a thought he didn't understand. 3. Fear of losing control. Many people cling to painful memories or thoughts because they believe letting go means they'll lose control or forget important life lessons. For instance, someone who was betrayed might hold on to the pain as a form of self-protection, thinking it'll help them avoid being hurt again. In all these cases, attachment is less about the event itself and more about our relationship with it in our minds. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. A mindfulness meditation guide for the workplace. Transform your office into a space of calm and presence. 1. Start your day with mindfulness. As soon as you wake up, resist the urge to check your phone or think about work right away. Instead, take just 5 minutes to simply breathe deeply. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and gently repeat to yourself, I relax, I let it go, I am here now. This small act helps you create a calm, grounded mindset before stepping into your workday. 2. Mindful breathing before work. Sit with your back straight, feet firmly planted on the ground, and hands relaxed on your thighs. Inhale slowly through your nose as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 2 seconds. Exhale gently through your mouth as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you breathe, keep your attention on the flow of air in and out of your body. If your mind drifts to work or other distractions, gently bring it back to your breath. Suggested duration, 2 to 5 minutes. This practice centers your awareness and prepares you for a more focused, balanced workday. 3. Practicing mindfulness. While working. When you're working, focus on one task at a time. Avoid multitasking. Before starting any task, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I'm doing this with full presence. As you type, feel the sensation of each keystroke. In meetings, truly listen to your colleagues without planning your response ahead of time. If you feel stress creeping in, pause for just 10 seconds, take a mindful breath, and gently return to the present moment. Leave the past by the river. Bring mindfulness into your life. Painful memories, failures, toxic relationships, they're like the girl by the river in the old story. How long have you been carrying them? It's time to let them go. You don't need to shoulder those burdens anymore. Imagine yourself crossing a bridge, leaving behind all the sorrow, frustration, and hurt. Ahead lies a wide, open road, one where you walk lighter, with greater peace and ease. The story of the old monk and the young novice offers a profound lesson. Letting go is the key to inner freedom. When we release our attachments to the past, we begin to feel lighter. When we stop letting our thoughts control us, we start to live more peacefully. Ask yourself, what am I still carrying in my heart that it's finally time to put down? If there's something you're ready to release, Start today. Have some tea and let the storm pass on its own.